Hello. Welcome to channel number 2. This is where things get wild, wacky, and crazy. We're going to be playing some Punch-Out and talking about whatever. So, the first step to getting good at Punch-Out, for those of you unaware, is to make sure the game actually boots up correctly. That'll give you a distinct advantage over other people who don't know how to boot up the game correctly. Let's try that again. There we go. So I'm actually decent at this game. Like, I won't say I'm good, but a lot of people struggle with this game, and I'm okay. So the goal is to just beat the game and see if I can still pull that off. We'll see. Alright, Glass Joe. And maybe along the way I'll talk about like little things about it. Little tricks. Tips and tricks. This is late. I don't think I've ever streamed this late before. Alright, so, the thing about Glass Joe is that he moves his gloves to whichever way you're holding the D-pad. Shoot! I messed up the easiest one. Oh well. So anyway, you can deal some damage that way. It doesn't really matter, because what it comes down to is if you can hit him at the correct like very correct frame or whatever, and then you can get a KO on him instantly. Otherwise, you just have to get some stars and then knock him down that way. When an opponent gets up on a 1, that's how you know you can knock them down instantly with the Star Punch. But with Von Kaiser, for example, what it really comes down to there is you just have to hit him once and then use your uppercut. Because that knocks him down every time. Thinking about maybe producing a Game Boy demo of Punch-Out, like just a Glass Joe fight. See if it can be pulled off in the Game Boy development kit. I feel like that'd be kind of interesting. So what I did there is pretty easy. You just press up to move his gloves upwards, then you can get a bunch of stars on him. Here I'm going to be able to knock him down right away because he got up on a 1. Don't know if it works on any other numbers. I feel like it might. I don't know though. Hey, 102. It's pretty decent. I can pretty much breeze through the first 2 circuits. Things get dicey with Mr. Sandman. Sometimes Soda Popinski and Mike Tyson are the 3 that can make things go very bad. Other than that, I'm usually pretty consistent. Here I'm going to go for the quick knockout. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, though. Nope. Okay. If you hit at a very particular frame, I think it's called the Goldilocks punch, you can get a star on this guy, and then you can get him down in like 13 seconds or something crazy. There's actually a video somewhere on the internet of, I think, of me playing through this whole thing. Like a really bad shot on a CRT footage. Not this beautiful 720p AVS quality that we're seeing here. And the response time is great on the AVS. Still, I feel like people who play on a CRT probably have just the slightest bit of an edge. Like, I've beaten this game on an AVS before. He's not helping me at all. What the heck? This is going horribly. Usually I have him down by the 1 minute mark, but it really just depends on what he gives you. So this fight's fun. There's multiple ways to do this. There used to be a series of tutorial videos online by a guy called Kingdom Carts. I don't think they exist anymore, but he shows off some cool strategies to beat this guy. I can't pull him off, so I do the baby strategies. They're pretty effective, though. Oh my god. This is gonna go really well, actually. Wow. That was a really good time. That's the best time I've ever had on him. In fact, if I would have played that only slightly differently, I think I would have been able to get a sub 1 minute. That was pretty great. So this is where the round 1 TKOs might stop happening. He's a little bit tricky. Especially when I do things like that. I get into this rhythm. It's kind of hard to break myself out of it. Which is the real difficulty of this game, is recognizing patterns but not being a slave to them. Whew. I think this will probably go into a second round from the looks of it. Just too bad. Unless he does another charge. I hit it right. Well. Hey, look at that. That can be kind of dicey. It gets really bad on the second one. It used to be. I can usually get it. Alright. Piston Honda again. So now we're going to see some of the fighters that we've already beaten come back. So it's a similar strategy, but you got to kind of alter it just the slightest bit. Oh, I'm not doing this right at all. Nice. It doesn't even necessarily matter that I'm totally doing horrible at this, because what it really comes down to is he has an attack where you can... I didn't do it right. Oh, man. So that was completely awful, and I have no excuses for that. Send him down. If you can get that hit correct, you can KO him. Oh, I did. Okay. So yeah, if you can get it the first time, then he's extremely easy. That was kind of embarrassing. Alright, so now things get interesting. Recently, I figured out the strategies for beating this guy in one round, but I'm still not perfect at it by any means. I'd hesitate to say I'm even good at it, actually. Whoa, okay. So something happened there that's never happened before. So I don't think we're going to get the round one knockout. Well, I don't know. Can I get a quick... No, that doesn't work. Hey, that went decent. Part of the reason why I'm interested in Punch-Out again is because I saw an amazing run at AGDQ where I think his name is Zallard1. He beat Punch-Out and Super Punch-Out at the same time on one controller. It was insane. So this fight is interesting in that you can only beat this character by using star punches. It's the only way that it gets done. Ah, shoot. Wasn't expecting that. You might be able to get around one. That'd be neat, at least. Ah, shoot. Oh well. That was decent. Yeah. I also really want to play the Wii version again. Last time I played it, I was kind of disappointed. It felt weird and laggy. Still happy with that great tiger fight. That was pretty good. Here we have a character that I've never been able to figure out. I really don't know the deep strategies for anyone past this point. But Don Flamenco in particular, the second fight, I don't even know how you get stars on him, to be honest. It's like, there we go. There's one. It's like extremely particular. And I don't know how anyone memorizes the patterns for it. Most of the time you want to hit them with the same glove that they threw with. Or I guess it'd be the opposite glove, technically. So if they punch from your left, then you want to throw a punch with your left. It's interesting this character has, like, in multiple ways, weird stars. Because, of course, the first match, I'm not even sure if you're supposed to be able to get one there, or if it's just like a glitch. mean, in general, like, the fight itself isn't too bad. Those opening attacks can be kind of bad if you're trying to get a star, especially, but other than that, I mean, the fight's kind of just a slightly tougher version of the first one. Alright, now we'll see what happens. There are no guarantees past this point. Shoot. I thought maybe I could get him to start doing his... See, the strategy here is to kind of keep him doing these. Just so there's very little downtime between attacks. I don't think I've ever been able to take this guy... Oh, shoot. That's the hardest one, to get that. I don't think I've ever been able to beat him in one round, honestly. Everyone else at least once, I think. Even, well, not Mike Tyson, but the character after him. I've been able to do it. His is like very particular, where you have to space out your punches because it deals slightly more damage. Alright. See how this goes. So I think from this point he's going to start beginning off with a really difficult to dodge move. It's like a split second sort of thing. If you're not ready for it, you're gonna miss it. So like I just did. I'm gonna run out of hearts here. There we go. At least I got it that time. And of course, the Mike Tyson fight is so hard because that's the only attack he does, essentially, is those quick flashes. And his, for the first minute 30, are all instant knockout. It's ridiculous. All right. So in the original Japanese version, it was released as a actually as a prize for the Famicom Golf tournament. This is the final fight. But of course we still have Mike Tyson to go through in this version. It's almost bad. Not feeling too good about this fight for some reason. I've had some pretty good fights with him. I've only ever round one'd him once, which was like an insane thing that I don't think I'll ever be able to pull off again. Ah, man. So he got knocked down. I think he's another one where you have to space out your punches properly to be able to knock him out. In one round. Ugh. Going for the stars is apparently dangerous. It's giving me a lot of headache here. Now, it wasn't too far off from a round one there, actually. It might be doable. Should look into that. Pressing select here between fights. You can only do it once per fight, but you can restore a little bit of health. Anyway, now this gets much harder. Because when he gets up, he does the spin attack, and if you fail to dodge that, it is an instant knockout. I don't know why after those star punches I have a problem doing the dodges correctly. Must be a psychological thing. Oh, shoot. Well, it comes down to this, if I can do the hit properly or not. Ugh. I wasn't even worried about this guy. Oh, man. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Trying to get those stars went horribly. It's unfortunate that they kick you back to this spot if you lose to that guy. It's just kind of busy work. Come on. Ugh. It's always freaky. Well, 2 knockdowns in round 1 isn't too bad. It's pretty decent, actually. Okay, well, let's try that again then. Also, equally annoying is if you lose to Mike Tyson, you just get booted back to the beginning of the game. It's kind of ridiculous. Well, could this be a round one? This is looking pretty good. For some reason. I don't know why this is looking good. Oh, man. Oh, I was so close again. I got too excited. Shoot. I would have kept my head on straight. Would have been able to do that in one round. That would have been... that would have been much better. Now I don't think I'll be able to do it at all, probably. It's always bad to drag this fight into the second round. I guess I didn't expect him to do that spin thing. Should look into strategies again for this game. Oh, went on for a while. Oh. Well, we did it, but it doesn't mean much because... next part's the stupidest thing that ever happened. Alright. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling I was going to do that. I get too psyched. It's impossible. Right now. That time I was too slow. Shoot. Alright, well, I'm going to look up the code, and I'm just going to go straight to that fight. Alright, let's try that again. I have beaten him recently using the code, but I was hoping to do a straight through. I hate those stalls. Makes me too nervous. Boy, I dodged too much. He does this for the first minute and 30 seconds. Crazy. You can't be jumpy at all, otherwise you're just gonna screw yourself up. Man. Used to be able to do this really consistently. This is part of the reason why I'm trying to play the game again. I thought I had it there, actually. Thought I was about right. Come on. That was a second away from it ending. Shoot. Was it 5963? Just need to beat him so I can end this stream. It's going really good there. Oh, at least we're out of those. That's a good sign. It doesn't mean that we got this in the bag by any means, but that first 1:30 is the hardest part of the entire fight by far. Whew. Okay. Now, this opening of round 2 is also kind of weird. Like, I'm not really sure what the pattern is there on that opening part. I've heard people describe it as he's just throwing the entire kitchen sink at you. It's like kind of accurate. Ah, man. I got really lucky there in so many places and I squandered it. Whoa. Not entirely sure what happened there, actually. If I was playing a better game, that probably would have been around too. Of course it wasn't, though. I'm playing a horrible Mike Tyson, and I'm gonna lose, probably. Oh, man. Do not like to drag this into round 3. Darn. Oh wait, I have an extra thing? That's not right, is it? Oh, this is becoming really stressful. Oh, man. Oh, it's too much. Like, hit once. Ah, yes. It was sloppy, it was horrible. But it's done. It's all reliant on getting through that first 1:30, and from there, the rest of it is very doable. It's still tough, but yeah. Okay. Well, I did it. Eventually. Goodbye.